I prefer really not to speak. If I speak, I am in big trouble. In big trouble, and I don't want to be.
It is, man. Because like I said, like, you're 22, bro. And what you were doing, like, not in pertains to money or whatever, but it's good to see a young lad. I wish I had your mind. Like, why I have you? Oh, no, wait.
Yeah, we get.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, If I Speak podcast episode 6. I'm delighted to have this guest on because, like I was just about to say there to him, I just like how his mind is and, you know, his focus, his drive, his ambition. So, but I want to tap into how he has gotten to where he's gotten to. So that's why I have him on. So yeah, without further ado, my guest, Mr. J Safo. What's the crack, brother?
Brother, what are you telling me?
What's going on?
I'm blessed, bro. I'm blessed. I'm going. How are you, sir?
I'm blessed, and it's an honor, bro, to have you here because, like I said, in this content game, I've met a lot of, look, you know, amazing, and I'm all about first impressions. And I remember the first time I saw you at Cello Shoe, Oggy. You came straight up to me. You was showing love from the jump, bro, and it's like, I rate that, bro, because a lot of people, especially in the position you are, like, it's only the start of you, and I know already you people can gash you all they want. I know this is nothing compared to where you see yourself going, but for you to come to me and show me love, me only coming in, I really respect that, you know. Yeah. So yeah, it's an honor to chop it up with you, bro. Looking forward to this one, man.
Fair play to you as well. Like, even what you're built from ground up, do you get me? It's not easy to do anything in this particular space. Do you get me? So what you're doing right now, man, like, again, salute to you, man.
Yeah, I appreciate you, bro. So what I do on my show, bro, I have a section called What's the Gig? So that means what's the story? So it basically touches on you know, a weekly topic and what's going on maybe on Twitter or whatever. So it's just basically an icebreaker so we can get into it, yeah. So I don't know if you've seen have you seen that kid that got jailed for 3 years during the week? Yeah, man, for the intruder going to his home? What are your thoughts on that before I dive into it? Because
I feel like he had every right to do that. But like did the person die?
No.
So yeah.
Oh, I don't know. Did he die?
I actually don't know about that.
He did die. He did die. No, he did die. Yeah, he's down for manslaughter. He did die. So he did die. Yeah.
So that's a bigger problem. So I don't know. I don't really know how I feel about it, but I feel like the guy probably, he had to do what he had to do, because if someone's coming to your gaff, you need to be able to protect yourself. You get me?
Exactly.
And that's where I kind of agree with what he done.
Exactly, because like I said, yeah, I don't get the Irish justice system. It's an absolute disgrace, because I was Googling so I can get my facts right, yeah. So let me just read out something to you. And I stopped Googling because I was like, because I have children, and it was making me. David said something on his episode where when he gets nervous, his index finger kind of like gets sore, whatever. He has to hold on to it, yeah. So when I'm talking about, like, when I'm thinking about my children in a situation, my body gets mad hot. Like, I'm overheating, like if fumes coming out of me. So basically, between these two men, they were caught with 5,300 videos of child pornography. All right? Yeah, between two men. So one of them had like probably 3,000 videos, and the other person, I did foundation maths, I'm not doing the maths, but they both got suspended sentences, like, just let go.
Crazy.
What? Wait. Yeah, you're not. It's gone over your head, isn't it? It's gone over your head.
They had videos and pictures of kids.
There was one fella had video from kids from 8 to 15 being abused, and the judge said suspended sentence. You can be let out in society. Now this kid Daniel Kerry, free my man, by the way. He's been jailed for 4 years and 6 months, and the final year suspended. So it's 3.5 years. He's at getting for protecting his home. Someone came in and invaded his home, like, where they could have killed him. I look at it like this. A couple of weeks ago, I rang up one of my mates, and it's not me. People are gonna watch this. It's not me trying to act a hard man or whatever. We have a balcony, right? So we're kind of on the 4th floor, but it's not high, but it's high enough. Do you get me? Yeah. And obviously with kids in the gaff, I'm kind of paranoid. Where, you know, when sometimes you hear noises, like, and the missus will be like, "Oh, just go check that." And one day I even forgot my daughter was in the house. Like, she went to the toilet. I was like, "What the fuck? Who's in the gaff?" Do you get me? So I rang up I have a crazy friend. He knows who he is. He's weapons, like. So I goes, "Yeah, where can you get me a machete?" I was serious, bro, because if someone ever came into my gap, I'd do exactly what Daniel did. I'd chop him up. What the fuck you doing in my home with my children, like? Do you get what I'm trying to say? So that's what I'm saying. The Irish justice system, you need to pattern up, man. Because for me, that gives me vibes of, we had this conversation before, these judges, and I think they're pedophiles themselves. How are you letting these people out in society? Do you get what I'm trying to say?
I hear what you're saying. Yeah, no, do you know, for me, I'm just like, yo, I get what he's saying. I don't know if it's about the judges. I just feel like it's the lawyers sometimes as well, because the lawyers know how to defend their clients.
Yeah.
Do you get me?
Yeah.
So I think like they can.
That's
talk.
a big conversation though.
Yeah,
I had this conversation with my missus the other day.
talk a bit.
So say for instance, right, on a murder case, like the guy clearly murdered someone, but you have a lawyer defending someone. That's mad, isn't it?
Yeah, that's crazy. And the lawyer is actually making sure that he knows that the fella's murdered him, but he's still trying to protect him.
Yeah.
And it's like, yo.
Did you watch the George Floyd case on YouTube?
Not really, I did. Actually, I did. Yeah, where like they were fighting about it and all.
Yeah, I found that mad. Like you saw, everyone saw the video, or whatever, but and there's still someone there to defend him now. But the whole thing, like for me, it really bugged me. And I was like, when you Google it, just Google suspended sentences for even typing it in, I was just feeling like a type of way. But there's loads of cases, bro. It's disgraceful. But nah, look, fuck that anyways. Free my man, yeah. But just to get into you, Safo, how I like to get to here. I always go to the start. So I want to know you growing up as a youngster. So obviously Drogheda there, is where you're from. Yeah, you've been all your life.
No. So I moved to Drogheda when I was 4 years old.
Right.
So like came from Holland, done my thing, born in Holland. When I was 4, I moved to Ireland. This country was just like the best thing ever for me, because like, I grew up with the best people. All my schools, like they were my guys, you get me? And I'm that kid on the block where in my area, like I'm a go-getter. I'm that kind of guy that wants to get the next shoe or the next, phone or whatever, and I'm thinking of ways on how to make, my life better. Do you get me? So in summertime, it's my goal-getting season. I'm here, and summertime. I'm saying, knock, literally, like knocking on people's doors and saying, "Oh, do you want me to cut your grass?" And yeah, literally cutting the grass, doing that. Christmas time, I'm going around singing Christmas carols, singing "Merry Christmas to you, bro." I'm doing that, and then what other times, like just different stuff that none of my people in around my age, like it was me and my mates, a lot of my mates that like we're still friends till this day, were the go-getters in our society, and that's like kind of what raised us, just trying to get this bread, innit?
And again, the reason why I have you on this podcast, I remember I didn't have you on Snapchat up until recently, but I remember Smiley used to screenshot some of your stuff and kind of slag you, but I seen some of your stuff on Instagram where you're very...
Smiley can't slag me.
This guy shut up or whatever, but no, but even with Ava, Unreal, I like people, you're a visionary, bro, so you're always posting stuff that like... It is that go-getter mentality. It's a person that really knows his purpose and what he wants in life. Do you get me? And even though you're a lot younger than me, you told me you're 22. I'm very shocked at that. You come across like you're being 28-year-old, whatever. But you're still a young man. But this mindset of go-getting, where do you get that from? That passed down from parents, or is that just in you yourself?
I think even your parents, my parents, every African teenager's parents is a go-getter. For them to leave where they are to come to where they are now is already a move in itself. Like if you take that journey of where they, like, my dad didn't grow up in like a nice area in like Africa or whatever. Do you get me? Like it wasn't the best of the best. You get me? He lived in like the villages, them, bro, Accra Gota villages. You get me? Them things there. So like he actually done that and came to where he is now. I'm just like, that's actually a big move. So I'm trying to now take that step even further to make my kids be like, oh, I got this opportunity to be here. Now I need to, like, be the millionaire in my family. That kind of way. That's the kind of mindset I've put on myself, that like I want to be that guy to like change the generational wealth of my family, and that's why I believe that by the help of God and by God's grace I can get there.
Yeah. A lot of us are on that journey. Even me, bro. Like I said, the internet these days. It used to be obviously football. Forget football even. It was like school first. Like our parents taught us school. But there's a different avenue now. Like even what you're doing. Obviously, for people who don't know, he's an artist manager. He manages A92, manages Officer. And one of the reasons why I want you to come on, because behind every, like for me, my thing is football really, yeah. And even on this, actually, no, I can relate to this. Obviously, you have your production team. You have people editing for you. Blah blah. There's always someone behind the man, which is you, like, you know what I mean? Like, so the man be A92 or Officer, yeah? So, I want you to come on just to give you your flowers and just to understand your roles of what you do with your people. So, how you call yourself Pep, yeah? And I was writing.
I don't really call myself Pep. It was a self.
It was a bar. It was a bar that was put on you. No, but I remember you had Pep as your profile picture, or whatever, right?
Because I had to play the
Yeah,
image,
yeah. So I know you are this nice guy, a friendly guy, whatever. But I know in this industry you kind of have to be ruthless, you have to be hands-on. How hands-on are you with your artist?
Very, very hands-on. So like obviously this friendly, nice guy thing is who I am. At the same time, because of the way I've been brought up, you have to be a bit harsh. You have to be a bit ruthless. You have to be a bit crazy sometimes. And I feel like that was something that, like, you know, because of the way I've been brought up, that's like, that was who I was as well. Do you get me? And that all helped my management skills. Do you get me? People management, man management, you know, kind of just organizing stuff. And that was like what helped me to this day. So I just believe that like everything that has happened to me from like birth is what has made me who I am today, to be able to even say I'm a manager of people. Really and truly, these people that we're talking about, the officers and the A92s and the Victoria, the Yenkas, and loads of other people on my roster, they are all like literally people. Do you get me? So you have to be able to manage people. You have to be able to manage, you know, individuals and their careers as well. You know, because at the end of the day, the careers is what is going to make them who they are, and it's going to kind of define your success as well. People probably wouldn't be on this podcast if my artist was getting 1K views every month. Do you get me? But because of the numbers that they're doing and the work that nobody sees behind the scenes that we actually do, where we're playing FIFA, we might be playing FIFA and we're literally discussing the next big thing. We're not just having pointless conversations. I mean, the conversations that you have is what kind of elevates you and let people kind of see if your trajectory of your life is going to be big or not. Do you get me? So I think if you're having conversations with people and you're just really talking about, oh, this water is nice, and you're not even taking action of like, oh, how I can make this water the best thing ever, and yeah, you're not really gonna go far. So you have to get people, surround yourself with people that can actually push you to the limit as well. Do you know what I mean? And that's what I did, pushing myself and really pushing the boys as well to see that they are talented and they need to use their gifts for something good. So that's basically the mindset I had for the individuals that I've selected to be part of, and you know, they're part of me as well.
Yeah. And just to push back a little bit, because I skipped the part, but your introduction into music. So usually, even me, yeah, I became a manager. I managed, like you said, managed people. I was coaching before. My brother's team, Sacred Heart. Yeah. Well, we can get into that. And so your introduction to, did you attempt music yourself? Did you try and rap? How did you become a what made you say, okay, let me manage instead of like, because sometimes, and no, this is no disrespect, you probably tried the music thing and it didn't work, and then you go into music. So what was your introduction into music?
So my introduction to music was obviously very, very, very early from like church.
Okay.
That is just how it was. Like for me, music was in the choir, you know, hearing all the drums, literally seeing all the choir do all that stuff. But management came from me loving football. So that's actually crazy as well.
Okay.
Like, I loved the fact that Jose Mourinho would go on a press conference and talk absolute bonkers. You get me? He talk rubbish. You get me?
Yeah.
That's just what I love, man. I was like, nah, this guy, I like the way he can just carry himself and what he does to like make these players better. Do you get me? So that was like one thing I loved. That I actually always wanted to be a football manager.
Yeah.
Then obviously my passion for music came into play, and then the management side of things, like how I think, for example, I don't want to blow my own horse or anything like that, but I think being a leader is very key to being a manager. You really want to be a
that's
manager,
true.
You need to be a leader. So yeah, I think the leadership skills that was already developed in me from birth is what like kind of made me be able to do this as well.
So I wanna you touched on when you were on the boys podcast, yeah. You touched on, you know, you said Drogheda is contaminated with success, and look, you're not talking shit, because you can, numbers wise, if you look at accolades, you can back up your chat, yeah. Why do you think Drogheda is doing bits like that? What is it over? Because I want to give people, and I know you're all about gems, you know what I mean. So I know you're not one of these that, you know, in our community, we love being like, you know, the guy, the only guy. You get me? I get a sense from you where you're happy to share these gems and want people to rise up. So what is it that you guys are doing over there that, you know, can help the people? Because I want to ask you about artists as well, you know, that people can do to rise up to get to that level where you guys are.
Yeah, no, I think like for me, for me, it's all about inspiring people. I want to be able to say I inspired kids, and I want to be able to say that they actually aspire to be like someone like myself. Like they might not want to be me, but like they want to be aspired to be like someone. So like for example, they might want to aspire to be like Officer. They might want to aspire to be on the level of Victoria Yenka, and that already is a powerful thing. And I feel like in Drogheda we've always been people that are like willing to like share knowledge. Do you get me? Because shared information is strategic. It's like it's a whole new thing. I'm reading this book and it said something. I'll probably get it out now.
Yeah, do your thing, bro.
It's crazy the fact that the way like when you actually share information, you realize that, oh, damn, that actually made sense, and then you can apply it to yourself. So everyone in Drada really just had their own mindset of how to do things, and then when you actually share information with people, that elevates it. Do you get me? That brings in opportunities and different stuff like that. So that is what like Drada is good for. Like we everyone shares their information, everyone shares their knowledge of what they know, and then if anybody can actually help them achieve better, they do that. You know what I mean? So it's, to be honest, Drada is a good place though. It is a good place, and I advise everyone to come down and visit. If this is going to be out before the 2nd of December,
it will be. It will be. Yeah. Plug the L show, the homecoming.
Homecoming show. Yeah, sure. I'm trying to find this thing I saw here. Are we still live, yeah?
Yeah, we're still live, bro. You do your thing. I'm waiting on you, bro.
Right. Can I find it here?
That was a little screenshot, was it? Yeah.
Screenshot, yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking man.
Well, yeah. As you're looking for that, let me ask you this, yeah. So obviously, apart from like, you know, do you get a lot of? Because I get it sometimes. I'm sure the lads get it as well. What do you look for when, you know, if artists want to come join your team? Like, what do you look for in them? Like, you get a lot of up and coming artists. Like, oh, look, this is my music. I want to join your team. What do you?
All the time.
Yeah.
The thing about it is that, like, you don't have anything. I don't want to sound like I'm a...
No, talk, bro. Listen, this is if I speak. Speak your mind, bro. We're allowed to have opinions. People can't be crying, man. I always say this, bro, yeah? Criticism helps you grow, bro.
Do
you know what I mean?
This is why I like Jafaris. I always say Jafaris because, like, he's actually ahead of us, yeah? Like, he's done this before I was even into the game.
Yeah.
And when he's saying that people in this country are a bit soft, and I get what he's saying, because like I've got to a point of like I used to be able to speak my mind. I used to be able to say, yo, your music isn't just good enough, and people are just offended, and then they're trying to fight, and then they're trying to do it. I'm just like, yo, I really don't have your time, because this is all I wanted to do, just to tell you my opinion of your music so that you can better yourself.
Because you've been in, sorry for coming across it, but you're in a lucky position where, like I said, your artists are doing well, and you're in rooms with dons, bro, where people who are doing bits, who are really making money on this thing. So obviously you're like, you know, there's a certain standard, because at the end of the day, you can't drop the standards, bro. Yeah, no, my podcast is not gonna grow if I don't have Safos on, if I don't have a King David on. Do you know what I mean? If I don't have Nessers on, you need to raise the bar. Do you get me? Yeah. So people can't just come up on here and just talk shit.
Like I remember we went to Wireless, myself and an officer, and we were there and we saw the amount of people that were just working their bollocks off, bro. Like literally doing everything they can to make their show so sick, and we realized that is what we want to do. We want to get onto that level, and not even get onto that level, but get beyond that level. Went to Drake's after party, and then I saw Little Beazle. Obviously, he's a good friend of mine. He's like my uncle. He's like my mentor, one of my mentors in the whole thing as well. And then he was just like, "Yo, if you really want to get to the level that these people are at, it's like you have to put in the work 24/7. And when someone tells you no, you need to know. Okay, that's just they don't know, but you need to know. Do you get me? Like they don't know, but you need to know. So like." It's just when someone tells you no, it shouldn't be like a sad thing or anything like that. But I mean, if you want to get onto my radar, or you want to get into anybody else's radar that is doing management, or like you want to make some noise, I think what you need to do is stick outside the box. You need to really be your own self. Like that is the thing about, like, for example, speaking to Dami there, and he was just telling me that like he's meeting so many celebrities that they're all themselves. Do you get me? And that is the thing about it, that everyone's just being themselves, and don't try and be someone else that you're not, because that is not gonna bring you to the place of like your best. Do you get what I'm trying to say? And that's,
because you're acting.
Yeah, you're acting.
You're acting, and I said it today. Earlier, we were talking about the Black and Irish Awards. I'm gonna touch on that as well later on, because I don't wholeheartedly agree with what Jafaris was saying, and that's okay. You're allowed to challenge each other's opinions with respect, and I'm gonna have Jafaris up here as well down the line. I think he's episode 10 or something. But one of the things with the Black and Irish, like I'm nominated for the personality one, and you're right. And one of the reasons why I want to win, I don't give a shit. People are like, don't care about the award, whatever. I want to win that one, because for a reason I want to win it, the personality one, because I came in this thing being me. This is me. This is not just me on camera. This is me at home. This is me in work. This is me playing football. I'm being myself. Do you get me? And I'm trying to like tell people like it's okay to be yourself. You can talk like this. and still make it in life. You don't have to talk prim and proper. Do you get me? I remember before you rang me. Do you remember with a little business idea? And I don't know if you remember. I was like, I was like, hey, don't go, slow down.
Right now, I'm trying to keep up to your time. I promise you. I'm still trying to keep up.
And you know what? No, it kind of annoyed me. I was like, what are you trying to little bro me for? I know you're Jay Safo now, but chill out. I'm Dongo, relax. You know what I mean? But I was like, hey, don't go, slow down.
You see what is it? You're proper, like your accent is proper Irish.
Oh, I heard a bit of you, and where's your head at? So I heard you have a bit of a
do you know,
accent as well.
It's the thing about things, like I think I'm putting that on.
Okay.
Being honest, I'm actually putting the Irish accent on, and I feel like it comes like if you hear me speak normally, like it's just, this is just me speaking normally, and that's just me. But then if I want to take it to the next level to sound like you, I'm like, nah, that's just way too Irish. Like, do you know what I mean? Like,
it's just,
probably can't put that on for
but bro, when I talk about my area, because people don't like me talking about my area, and I'm the type of person, bro. If you tell me not to do something, I'm gonna do it twice as hard, I'll talk about my area because, like I said, it's important for me. You know, coming from Drogheda as well, that what I'm doing is to inspire little kids. It's to inspire the little Elise's. It's to inspire the little fucking whoever. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's what I'm doing. Because someone like that coming from them areas where you're not supposed to be in any room, it's inspiring. So that's why I will talk about my area, whether you like it or not.
Come on.
You know what I mean? Like, so what I want to ask you though, bro, and I'll be as honest as you possibly can, bro, with the success and the levels that you do comes a lot of hate and jealousy. How do you navigate around and deal with that? Because I know it comes your way as well. Because obviously, like I said, you bowled up the way you head out with a Rowley, you know what I mean? Up here with Louis glasses on and all, you're doing well for yourself, you know what I mean? But it comes to level, especially with black people, they don't like seeing another man being successful. So how do you deal with hate and negativity?
Nah, do you know, it's the negativity, I think, like, it comes with big, there's this saying, I can't remember, so, but, like, when you're big, you get hate. That's basically the saying, like, but, like, it's not the same, but, like, that's what the same means.
Yeah.
And it's like, we need to kind of understand that. As Dongo, as Safo, as Officer, as Debo, these men are going to get the hate. Do you get me? But that doesn't mean they need to slow down for anybody. Do you get me? And that's just what, like, I believe. I think when it comes to negativity and, like, people being jealous, that's definitely going to happen, especially in this small environment of Ireland that we're in. If this was UK, it's kind of, you get a lot more hate.
Yeah.
You probably would get, like, a lot more love as well. Do you get me? But here it feels like, everyone's hating. But really and truly, there's actually not everyone hating it. People actually supporting the thing. Like, I remember you, like, I won't even have a bone to pick with you as well, because, like, I know you said you have a bone to pick with me. You came on a podcast and said you don't know who Officer is. I was like, wait, what? Obviously, you know who Officer is. Do you get me? But then I was like, yeah, maybe he's just saying that. But then again, people were telling me he's hating. I was like, nah, that's just what he's saying.
Just on that, I can tell you, Safo, I swear to you, the only day I knew who Officer was the day we met on the thing. And let me tell you why. It's not because I don't know who he is in the sense of, like, who's Officer. I didn't listen to Irish music like that. And what now as
listen to your mates, you listen to, like,
exactly. I listened to Smiles, Joe Vinci. That's who I listened to. I listened to fucking Trey because I knew them. Do you get me? I didn't listen to Irish music like that. Even with music, I'm not really a music guy like that. I have who I listen to. Meek Mill be the rapper that I listen to because I like them pain stories. Like I just like that. Like he struggled and he got out of it. Like that album, what's that fucking album? Bleeding changed my life. Not Dreams and all. I'll get it in a minute. But it was an album anyways that it changed my life, my mindset. Do you know what I mean? Like, so I was like, when I went up there, when I was talking to him, I think Dita said Officer. I said, I didn't know who he was. I don't know who that is. I literally didn't know. It was a place of ignorance. It was from a place of ignorance that I don't listen to Irish music. Do you get me? But now, obviously, doing research, blah blah. I know, and I say it when I talk to people. Like, I know he's a big boy in this thing. Do you know what I mean? So that wasn't if he ever felt any disrespect. And you know what? Do you know what? And again, it goes back to what he said about you. You still came up and showed me love. So did he. Because I remember him coming, and obviously when I knew who it was at the time, whatever, my brother Nate, now he listened to Irish music heavy. And I remember he came in, straight up, no ignorant thing, just came up, Jesus, you're that funny, you couldn't, do you know what I mean? Like, and where it could have been a thing where
I've seen so many people, like, even people that were big in this country, falling like that.
Yeah.
Not because of, like, they're not still the talented people, but because they can't show love, they're not humble. You're jealous, you're envious in your spirit. Like, you're not, do you get me? You're not even a lovable person. So how do you expect people to love you?
Yeah. These are the exact things I say to my daughter, bro. I always say to my daughter, I always say this to my daughter, you can be, look, the girls come up here the last episode, they were talking about arrogance and confidence. Do you know what? I hear what the girls are saying in a sense of relationships, I don't mind a bit of cockiness, bro. You have to be. Listen to Floyd Mayweather. I love that.
100%.
McGregor. I love it. But at the same time, though, it's how you treat people.
Exactly.
That's how you keep winning, bro. It's exactly. I tell my dog, always be humble, but know who you are. Do you get me? Especially what like, say for instance with David and that, these are my peers. Yeah, I don't mind them kind of like if they have a critique against me. I know it's coming from a place of they want better from me. Do you get what I'm trying to say? But if there's one next man here on Instagram just chatting shit or TikTok, whatever. That's when I'll be like, who? Like that's when I start the flex start coming in. Do you know what I mean? Like, so do you feel like that as well?
No,
Yeah.
100%. Like I always tell you have to know who you are, and I was even saying it on the Where's Your Head At podcast. Same thing. It's like I need to know who I am so that like I'm able to now function the way I want to function. Like me being cocky isn't like it's just showing I'm confident. Do you get me? And that's just the truth of it.
Especially in this industry, bro.
You need to be very, very confident. If you're not confident, I think that is where you start deteriorating as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy.
So homecoming, bro. Yeah. Let's do some promo for your boy. Why at this stage of his career where he feels like he needs to, you know, why not like do like, you know, I don't know, Olympia or Tree Arena, I don't know, like whatever. Why coming home?
So we had the Olympia show ready, set. It was even announced, and at that point we felt like it's probably better to come home. Like it's probably because at the end of the day, like we've done so much for the town, like, and the town has done so much for us as well. Like we love the town, like, you know, we've given back to the homeless and done like a lot of charity work within the town that nobody even knows about. And that is what we're about. Do you know what I mean? Like we want to give back to the town, so it was like really and truly, let's bring the show home and call it a homecoming show. It's not even a headline show; it's just a homecoming show, and it's going to bring a special guests. People from the UK are going to be coming down as well, and it's going to be a big party in Drogheda, just to celebrate, you know, what God has done in our lives. Like literally, to be honest, that's how I see it. It's just a celebration of us doing, you know, big things and taking Drogheda to the world. You know? So everyone's getting behind it, and like it's doing really well.
Yeah, and I appreciate that, man. And like you said, man,
I want you to come down as well.
No, Honda, I'm gonna come down. Show love, bro. I'm gonna come down 100%. And one thing you touched on there, bro, I love the fact of I even heard you on the pod. You talk about God a lot, and obviously you told me about obviously your church upbringing because you couldn't play football because of church. You know, so how important has that factor been in your life? You know, being a Christian, like how has that helped you in your life? You know,
that's just helped me to be sane. I promise you, God has helped me to be sane. If not for God, I'd probably be insane. Like I probably run mad because it's a thing of like if you don't have faith in someone. Like the reason why men want women is because they want to know they have a partner. They want to know, and that's who I feel like God is to me. He's my partner. So if I actually need someone, that's his job to provide it. Do you get me? I'm just there to accept it. But my job is to give him the worship, give him the praise, and pray that he actually answers my prayers. And when you pray, he answers. That's basically. I don't want to be the person to Bible bash. I'm not David. David is the pastor.
Yeah.
But for me, I'm just literally just saying what happened to me to be able to get to this level. It wasn't by my own strength. Like that's just not even. That wasn't my own strength. It was actually a higher power working to help me get to where I am.
Yeah.
We're still pushing.
Yeah.
Still pushing.
You do a lot of things right, and then before I'm gonna say it for you, yeah. Before you lot say it, yeah. 'Cause I know what man are like. I remember I had Safo up here, and I said it because I was giving him a lot of flowers. And I was like, oh, Dongo's up there, dick. It's not about dick riding, because I like people who are meticulous in what they do. Safo pulled up here at 5 to 3. We were meant to shoot here at 3. And just little small things that you are doing is why you're where you are. Do you know what I mean? Like, and then obviously incorporating God, talking about how you manage people, being a man manager, you read books, trying to get your intelligence. That's where people aspire to these type of levels. That's what you have to do. Because black people, one thing about good at, and I'll say this, we like the victim thing. And even me, I'll put my hand up. I've done it. Even probably season 1, I was probably doing it. You know what I mean? Like, but then when I had that break and I sat back, I was like, this is not going to get you anywhere. I remember John Connor said it up here as well. It's like being a victim, you're not going to progress. You get me? But it's the small details, bro. You talked about managers. I remember I hate you. Who's your sport? Chelsea. You're an up still. You're an up. And you know what? That day, you're an up, man. You're an up.
Smells,
you're an up, bro. You're an up. But anyways, right? Anyways, right?
It stinks.
I remember Man United,
This place actually stinks.
No, flat out. That's what I feel about United. How you feel? I don't care about you, man, like that, right? But it's Man United who I despise that football. I hate Man United. But I watched Fergie's documentary and I was like, do you know what? I know why you were so fucking successful. It's the little things. He knew everybody's name. He's Alex Ferguson, you know, all these trophies. the kit man, the tea lady. If he tried to sign you as a player, he'll know your mom and dad, your uncle. He knew everything. Do you get me? And it's like, so you remind me. You give me Fergie vibes where it's little details.
See, now you're giving me a new name. Before you know, I changed my thing to Fergie.
Yeah,
Nah,
it's little details.
But yeah, bro, it's like literally being like being everyone's manager. Like even events, people I work with. I do other businesses as well. I'm going into events and stuff like that, and we have to work with big corporations. I need to be very, very, like I need to know every little detail in order for me to like actually make sure that I can actually go into this. Do you get me? And that's just who I am, and that's just like what brings me like clarity in my head as well to know, okay, this is actually going to make sense, and this is not going to make sense. And like when I weigh the pros and the cons, because everything in this life you need to weigh the pros and the cons. Like you right now, you're actually here. You could be spending time with your daughter. Do you get me? And that could be like the con of your podcast. But then again, you know the pros.
Yeah,
the pros
spot on.
So that's basically what it is. Don't die on me.
Sorry.
Don't die on me.
But I wanted to. Yeah. It's actually my friend's business. Well, how hands on are you? We touched on that already, but like, because I want to obviously Smiley manages me, and I want to see.
I'm teaching that guy how to manage
the comparisons. I'm
teaching him, see Smiley, I'm giving him the 4-4-2 information. And he needs to understand that.
Exactly. Winger goes in here, fullback pushes up. You know what I mean?
He needs to learn the 4-4-2s. But then again, he's a good production manager.
So with your artists, how strategic are you with them? So who's obviously you're working for them, but if you say like, if you have in your mind, this one's not gonna. Do you have them type of conversation with them, man? What's that conversation like? Because me and Smiley, we bump heads a lot. He's looking to fucking know that misses he is. I'm constantly arguing because a lot of people, because of obviously, you know, the thing I like about him though, he values me a lot, but I'm the type of person that I just want to walk. You know what I mean? I want to be out there doing content. I want to like help people, you know, because I know my name carries a small bit of weight. So I want to help. Look at the girls. I got the girls on today. They have that podcast coming out. I said, let me promote them a little bit, you know. But how hands on are you? So if you don't agree with your artist, do you have them conversations? Are they happening?
Yeah, we get them. That happens all the time. I think like I always have a vision, and the artists have a vision. And like the only thing about our visions is that sometimes they may clash, but what about putting the two visions together, merging? There's always an alternative to do something. Do you get me? Like you just need to sit like businessmen and say, okay, cool. What is your plan? What is your plan? Can we merge these two plans? That is how I solve that issue. But sometimes they win. Like I say, okay, grind.
But you're working for them though. Do you get me?
Yeah. So sometimes they win. Like, you get me? Sometimes they win, and then that's fine. But then sometimes, you know, I win, and then I'll be able to say, all right, so this actually worked, and then this worked, and this is what we need to do again to get this to work. And then, you know, that's just how it is. But it's just, I want like the business you're in, the entertainment business is like you need to like kind of keep on working. You can't stop working. Once you stop working, that's when you've given up, and you can't do that. So you just have to keep on going, and that's what's all about. But yeah, man, like I've got so many talented guys like K-Sav, Officer, like these guys are talented youths, and they have a vision for themselves. Like people get the mission and the vision mixed up.
Talk to me about that.
The vision is meant to be where you see yourself, but the mission is what you have to do on a day-to-day basis to get to your vision. Do you get me? So the mission is what people are mixing up, and I feel like I see that a lot within like people's careers. People that aren't really making noise like that, it's like you got your vision and your mission mixed up. Once you sort that out, it kind of makes sense. But then again, you need the right people to actually open up your mindset to the bigger life and the higher power and everything like that for you to realize, yo, this is actually bigger than me and you. It's bigger than us. Do you get me?
I feel like there's two artists, and this is not me. Again, I don't want to tread carefully because that's not me, but I'm not being disrespectful. I feel like, and I'll ask you your opinion here. When you're critiquing an artist, I feel like in our job here, myself, the Davids of this world, the Jordan Mindums, whatever, you're doing a podcast. When you're critiquing their work, and it's just their work, we're allowed to do that. It's when you're being disrespectful and personal. Then you as an artist, you can now be doing your, when I see you, it's all this rubbish that you get. You get me? So when you talk about the vision and the mission, I feel like that for two artists, I'm going to ask you who you feel in artist-wise. Bar, obviously, I don't want to hear sellouts, and obviously we know about all them, the 892s. Apart from them, I feel like a rapper who I like, when I started, like I said, let me dive into this, like, you know, listening to rappers and stuff. I like LA, Larry Labby, I really like him. And obviously Smiles as well. But I was like, I think their mission part is where I think they're getting that mixed as well. Do you get me? Because I always ask, I was talking to Joe Vinci the other day, I was like, is this what you, if you want to get to the levels of, I was at Cello's launch thing and you were there yourself, and I was like, coming from Brookfield, Joe, I want to see you. That's the levels I want you to go there. So what's his vision and his mission? You get me? Like, so do you feel like with the two boys, it's like that with them? Because like I'm saying, you're making music, you're not hearing from a while. Like, what's the story there?
LA and Smiles.
Yeah, the two of them. Yeah.
So LA and Smiles, do you get me? When it comes to the talent, they have it there.
Talent is there.
So talent is there when it comes.
It's the mission they're struggling with.
The mission and the vision.
Yeah.
Where do you see yourself? In
no, I say no, but what you say, you're spot on. The vision, they see themselves, but it's the mission part. Do you get me?
Yeah, but then again, like I think like even Offset is very vocal with his mission, with his vision.
Yeah.
He puts it, and even if he has visions, different visions. For example, Longitude, he wanted to be. I think he said it on like an interview or whatever that he wanted to be the best. He wanted to be an Irish act, but seen as an international act or something like that. And that was his vision for Longitude. And that is what, when we came down, everyone was saying, "Oh my God, these guys came in like prisoner suits." That is not something that we
out of the park.
Do you get me? It's you think outside the box for that, and that was his vision, and he brought it to life. And we had a mission to accomplish that. We, as a team, had a mission to now accomplish that vision. And that's what we do. So that's basically letting everyone just understand the small parts. When you actually get the small principles together, you understand your vision, you understand what you need to do as your mission. Oh, yeah, this is getting a lot. Yeah.
No, it's not. But this is why I have you up here, bro. That's why I have you up here.
Once you do that, you'll be able to succeed. Success isn't easy. Like people always say, it's easy to get to the top. It's not easy. But at the same time, if you actually understand what you want to do, it's not that hard. Do you get me? I don't think it's that hard. I feel like I'm not even at the success rate that I want to be at.
I said that.
But at the same time, it's like I know, okay, cool. All I need to do is make a few more steps, and I could get to a higher level. Then a few more steps, and I can get to a higher level. And then that's basically how I see it. I just like connecting the puzzle together. You don't finish a puzzle within like 20 seconds. Puzzle, you have to take your time with it. Put the pieces together. And that's what life is all about at the end of the day as well. So that's basically.
Speaking on missions, one thing I like to ask in creatives and whatever is about hardships and how you overcome, because at the end of the day, they can look at you, surface level, they can see, oh yeah, he's doing well, Rolexes, this, that and that, he's meeting this, that and that, Longitude coming out, his bleeding ears, all this type of stuff, yeah? Talk to me about times where you've proper, like, hit hard moments and how did you overcome them? And what did you do to overcome them? You know, because I know I've always talked about, you know, situations where before all this content stuff, where obviously Mrs. is pregnant, we're both sleeping on my ma's couch when she moved in, and fire, I've talked about all that, you get me? Yeah. But I've overcome all of that. Yeah. And I've always, like you said earlier, it's Nessa said it as well, because everything, when you listen to her episode, when you get a chance, everything that she's been through, I was like, Nessa, how did you, like, get out? God, do you get me? But obviously it's deeper than that. So talk to me about some of the struggles that you've had in your life.
I've done most of the struggles with an artist, which is like he's good right now, but like he's pivotal. Like in fact, I think with him, one of the reasons why I connect well with him so much is because he was there. He saw what I had to go through. Do you get me? So basically, I used to work with HYB Hollywood Boys. They're like they work with the likes of. They used to work with the likes of JB2. So these guys were like the big bosses at a time. Do you get me? And they're still doing their thing and they're still making a lot of noise. But the thing about Ireland is to sustain a level of success, you need to be making noise elsewhere. That's how I see it. But like, they're still making a lot of noise, and they were so big in, and I managed to wiggle my way in there like a Ghana man does. So, so obviously, as I wiggled my way in there now, I'm telling them, yo, got an artist here that's gonna make you guys so much money, because obviously Niger man, all you guys like is money. Sorry, you're not even Niger man.
No,
the Niger man, they like money, so you have to go straight to the. You can't just tell them he's talented. You can't just tell him he's a good person, he's humble. You have to just go straight and tell them he will make you guys money. These guys didn't believe the Ghana man. Do you get me? They didn't believe me, so I told them, yo, you know what? And be honest, all I need from you guys is to help me shoot a video. Shoot me one video, and I'll just work with him myself. Do you get me? You guys don't need to worry about it. I'll do it all myself. And that to me was very, very hard, because that was the first time somebody did not see, like I wasn't able to convince the person, yo, this guy is going to be, the big thing. And they didn't understand it. And there was times where, okay, cool, at this time, I'm not driving, I'm in college. And then I hate buses, like trains and all that, public transport, that is not my jazz. And that is not the artist who I was working with, his stuff as well. Do you get me? Because if you see the car he's driving now, he's a big boy. Do you get me? So now we've basically worked our way, and like we've shot videos. He's doing well. We've even managed to now wiggle and get a free video again, and we've worked it all the way to the top. Like as in, like he was very, he just understood. You know what? This guy has a vision. I'll follow his vision. He wanted to focus on a different, like he wanted to focus on sports. Do you get me? Like he was mainly focusing on sports, and that was like his bread and butter. In fact, music was like a hobby. Do you get me? And I'm the one pushing him. Yo, we can do this. Like you are going to be bigger than what you are even right now. Like what he is right now, he's going to be bigger than this. You get me? And it was a constant battle every single time. Like me, just think of me, yeah, as a young 17, 18-year-old, just thinking of like telling this guy, yo, you can be somebody. And he doesn't really believe in himself. But he just optimistic as in like, yeah, do you know what? This guy, he's going to buy me food anyway. He's going to make sure I'm good. So I might as well. Do you get me? But then people around him are not even accepting him. And that was big. That was a hardship. Do you get me? Like, I don't know. It might not sound like a hardship, but like, it was a struggle to me to just be like, damn, I'm actually just going to give up because someone said no, or am I actually just going to keep on going? Do you get me? That's when I realized the hustler mentality, the go-getter mentality was in me, because it was like, I didn't actually have to like wait for anyone's approval or validation. I was literally doing it by myself and with the help with the strength that God was giving me. So this guy now finally blew up. Guess who was calling me back? The people that rejected him.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, do you know what? I think that window is closed. And let me be honest, this stuff happens like that. Like sometimes the gap for you to do stuff closes. Closes, it's gone. I think, you know, there's a guy from UK, he runs a brand called Cortez. And I don't know if you know, I don't even know how to say that name. Averex or something like that. It's a jacket. Have you heard that? Seen that jacket before?
No.
It's from America.
I'm not in that tax bracket, yeah.
Right. Yeah. So
I don't like you. I'm not in that tax bracket, yeah.
So basically, right, he started his page like years ago, yeah, and it was small. He hit up these American company who did this nice jacket, and they were like, nah, you're too small. Now he's big now, he's selling cargos for 99p, and the Averex company, I don't know if I'm saying it right, but yeah, that American company want him to like, you know, be their brand ambassador and stuff like that. So it's just when the window of opportunity closes, it closes for good, and that is the problem. But then again, you can still wiggle your way. It's a game of snakes and ladders, so you need to kind of just keep on going. But yeah, that was a moment in my time where I realized, no, you know, this is tough. Like I remember the time rain was beating us, like rain, like lashing on us. Like we missed the last bus because we were in studio for too long. He was trying to finish the song and he took more time. So for us to go home, it was like the rain was just beating us. Like it was, bro.
Look, it was your dad.
Bro, it was crazy. Like it was just not. It was not fun. Do you get me? And,
Yeah.
And all these times, when I look back, I'm like, right, God has actually taken me from here to here. So I need to keep on going, because even where I'm at right now is not my final destination. I say it all the time. It's just like the way you see me right now is still not my final destination, and we're still trying to climb. But yeah, that was a part, and that was a time where it was very hard for me to like kind of, you know, like keep my head straight, because people are rejecting me, man. And rejection is tough. Do you get me? But you have to kind of overcome it by just making a pure decision that you're going to continue what you're doing. You know?
Yeah, 100%, bro. And like I said, listening to, you know, cause I feel like my brother, this is a good podcast for my brother, because we were talking the other day with Joey, and I think he can do what you do. You know, he has the mentor. He's a good manager as well, but it just needs, again, it's the mission of his life. I feel he just needs to figure that out. And I feel listening to you, I feel like it's gonna help him. Because like I said, this podcast, yeah, it's far. Like if someone hit me the other day, I think Jesse hit me up the other day. He wants to speak. He said if I speak now, people want to come on here and vent. That's no problem. We're here for that as well. But there is another side of it. It's like I've many facets to me. I've range. I can give you a funny episode. I can give you a sad episode. I can give you a smoky one.
But for me, the reason why I came on this, because I wanted to actually speak on like how to like elevate. I'm trying to
exactly.
Reading this one, the vision is something internal that you can manifest. So the vision is actually something that you can actually get right, and that's why I always say getting your vision to fruition is critical, because then you bear fruit. So for me to even just getting one step is getting the vision to fruition, because I've got it to this point, and then I'm able to now bear fruit, and the fruit of the could be numbers, because people are kind of excited by numbers, or it could just be personal gratification of like, oh, I done that. And, you know, I managed to shoot a video, even though it has one view. I'm okay with that because I actually got the video out there. Do you get me? And that's something that nobody has done. Do you get me? And then and so with that being said, know your vision. Some people get a vision and mission. Okay, cool. And your vision is the ability to think or plan the future with imagination. That allows you to make a mission statement about what you're doing to fulfill your vision. I kind of messed up the reading there, but like that's basically just saying everything we've been saying. It's just like we need people to kind of understand that there's two different things you need to kind of write down, plan these things. Like I'm actually have a notepad where it's right.
Yeah,
and I know you have one as well.
Yeah,
people who I speak to, like I know the people who I speak to where I'm just being a lazy guy because you have no. You can't offer me any knowledge.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But then there's people that I speak to that know because they have a pen and paper and they're creative in their own way. Do you get me? Like I can speak to these kind of people and that's the difference.
Yeah, 100%. In that notepad is like my dreams and my hopes. And I want to like look back one day and just keep this book and open it and just show people. I remember Mike Todd, he wrote everything that's happening in his life. He wrote it all down. Crazy Faith, this big ass church that he's in now. He wrote it down. And every time he's preaching about it, he has it. Look, do you get me? So that's where I think I was listening to somebody that was like, write anything that you have in your head that you want to dream about, you have dreams about, is write it down. I have this kind of, if God blesses me enough to get in a position where I can financially buy my own house and build my own house, I said to my missus one day, and she still hasn't fucking done it, do it. Go get a notepad at Hola and design your house.
Oh my God.
Design,
yeah.
Money will start coming. Do you get me? Design, and I told her about and I want to ask you as well if you have any ideas of your dream home. The only thing I want in that home is a man cave where I watch my football, I watch my fights. You design it in the way you want to design it. I just want my man cave and an indoor Astros. You ever see them basketball or celebrities? They have like indoor fucking
I'll take that.
All that. Do you know what I mean? I just want the indoor Astro and my man cave. That's it.
No, like even me, I've written plans not only for myself but for the people that I work with. So, I work with Officer and I have a plan done for him. I work with Debo. I have a whole plan for him, and it's not just only plans of like their careers. It's actually plans for their life.
Their life, yeah.
So, like man's actually fully praying, yo, God, if you're doing it for me, do it for them.
Can I ask you a question? Actually, yeah. This is a question. How do you separate business and friendship? So obviously you're there to manage and all that, whatever, yeah. But then, do you also sit down there as their boy kind of and say like talking about life and stuff, just like if they're going through? Because listen, us men, I tried to incorporate in season 2 where I had Blessing up here talking about mental health struggles and all that blah blah. I know it's a thing now, but boys do really struggle. Do you get me? Especially artists and stuff like that. But we don't go to each other and say, bro, yeah, I'm having one this week. Like you said to me earlier, this week has been a lot for you. Do you get me? Like just opening up. Do you used to have them type of conversations?
Yeah, 100%. Like it's crazy because I feel like the same conversations where they might have with their friends that they can't have with me, and there's certain conversations they can have with me that they can't have with their friends. Do you get me? And like with some of their friends, because I won't lie, like we're all friends. Like it's all. But there's some people that are closer with certain people.
Yes.
This thing out of the world. So like the same people that are closer with some people. So you would say stuff to Smiley that you probably won't say to your missus, or you might say everything to your missus, or you get me. There's certain things that you just don't say to. So I feel like we've built that relationship where we know. We just need to respect each other first, and then when we're working with each other, we need to be open, honest, and transparent. Like, we need to, I need to. If they ask me a question, I cannot stutter, because that means I'm lying.
Yeah.
You get me? I need to actually tell them everything. They want to see how much they made this week. Go on. They want to see how much how much views they're getting. What's the next deal? If they want to ask me a question, they can do all of that. So it's I think the relationship, the business and friendship, it's like you just need to know. To have respect for each other, and that's where it kind of stems from.
Just to moving away from the music a bit and touching on the awards at the Black and Irish. What's your take on all this? What do you think about all this that's been going on? A lot of noise. There's people complaining about, this person should be here, this person should be here. I touched on Uncle Jaffer earlier on saying it's a bit early. The first question before I go into it, do you think it's too early to be awarding us? I'm with you. I don't think it's early either.
I don't think it's early. I feel like we're at the right time. We're so right.
You get me? That's my whole thing.
Like we're right. As you know, like, have you ever had a mango? We're sweet.
Yeah.
We're in a sweet position. So
yeah.
That's where we're at. And I don't know. Jafar is probably seen it on a different
level. No. It's like I said, we're all different. It's an opinion. It's a conversation. Yeah. But I do feel like it is at the right. There's a lot of talent that's out there, but I do a lot of things that they are saying though is right in a sense. Like himself didn't drop music. Why is he? It's a popularity thing, obviously. Do you know what I mean? The public have voted. Even the outstanding the music one which you voted in. Like, what is that category? Like, can you explain that? Like, outstanding contribution to music.
I haven't a clue I'm in that category.
So you
I said to my people on Snapchat, just make sure you vote Simba because
Yeah.
I don't need to win that category.
Yeah,
Like, I'll be
yeah.
so real. And if I'm in the top 3, thank inshallah. Like I'll just say yeah. Like, but I'm just like, wait, what am I doing there? Like, I'm just doing a job. I'm just playing my role. Like that's what I see. Like,
do you not feel like what you're doing, like obviously with your artist doing so well,
it deserves to be respected. Like,
is that not an outstanding contributor to music,
it
or
is,
no? In
but
your
like,
opinion,
it is. But like, I'm just doing my like. If you said best manager of the year award, I'll take that happily, and I'll say yeah, that was me. But outstanding contribution to music, I'm just doing a job. Do you get me? I just feel like the categories are not really. Do you get me? No disrespect to people.
no, it's no disrespect. Your opinion, bro. Let's stop all this no disrespect. Please stop crowing. We're adults, man. Nah, let all that no disrespect. We're adults.
Like literally, like that's how I feel. I just feel like I saw who else did I see? I saw one of my producers there. He released 2 songs and he's on that. You get me? Like I was just like, yeah, fair play. You go and win it because obviously you can win it. But at the same time, do you really deserve to win that yet? I don't know. Do you get me? And that's me being honest. And obviously, I'm telling them, yo, we're gonna win this. You're gonna win it. I'm in it as well. I'm just like, nah, I don't even want to win it if I'm being honest. But I want you to win it. Do you get me? And I'm just like, yeah, if he can win it, I'll be happy. Then it's like, does he deserve to win it?
Yeah.
Do you get me? That's the 2 different things there. But then again, I'm seeing like Dami's in like. How many categories is it?
He's in 2. 2 of my ones. No, but see with Dammy,
sorry,
people,
not winning, bro.
people. That's no problem. That's no problem. That's no problem.
Dammy guy, he's gonna collect all the awards like Dave.
100.
Wait, did you watch the Rated Awards?
No, I didn't watch the Rated Awards. No.
You should have seen the Rated Awards. Dave will come up with, yo, thank you. Didn't even give up. Bollocks, I'm so sorry. And he just walks off. Bro, it's just like the nonchalant, like, but then again, it's a popularity.
Yeah, no, 100%. And for me, people are saying he should be there. No, we should be there because I watched Love Island and he carried it, and he deserves. He's black and Irish, so he deserves to be there 100%. And obviously, he is gonna win because of possibly popularity. It is what it is. I don't look at that as for fuck's sake. I'm looking at it as motivate. I want to get to that level because I know I can. Just being more consistent, I know I can get to that level. You know what I mean? Like, so that's gonna push me.
So your man Billy the Goat, he came to us. Came to our ends.
Shout out Billy, man, great guy.
Billy's a legend.
Shout out Billy, man.
And then the day he came, I was like, nah, this guy, he's automatically a bubbly person.
Yeah.
Do you get me? So then, I think like a month after, I'm just seeing him, GRM here, this here, his name be mentioned, and I'm like, okay.
Can I ask you a question?
That's why he came. Okay.
Can I ask you a question? Yeah. Do you think he's losing value by being everywhere? Because me and Smiley, we always argue about this. I think he said it to me one day. He's like, I want to do this, but I don't know. He's everywhere. Do you think he lose value by doing that?
You need to keep yourself exclusive. But to be honest, like he's
but look what he's doing. Though. How you're a content creator?
No, but he's still exclusive because he's working with GRM. Like
you sound like Smiley, man.
No, come on, man. I'm not sounding like no Smiley. Smiley, me and Smiley are the same.
you sound listening though, because I do be like
he's working with GRM. He's working with a brand.
Okay.
He's bringing his brand to that brand. So all they're doing is a collaboration.
Okay.
You get me? If you're working with GRM, then you're going to work with Dare Fact TV. You're going to work with Mixtape Manager. You're going to work with Press Play. That's a bit too much.
Okay.
But you're working with one brand. That's perfectly fine. This guy, Harry Panero.
Yeah.
He was working with what brand?
Link Up, was it?
Do you get
Link
me?
Up, yeah.
So he was working with Link Up TV. That was the brand he was working with, and that makes sense. That's why you won't see some of my guys everywhere. There might be a few where I want to push them. Like I love us. I love what a few rappers in the scene are doing, where they just literally like work with everything. Do you get me? But then again, that's one because you want to just make a noise. Do you get me? Whereas like you need to be selective with who you actually work with, because it might be damaging to your brand.
To your brand, yeah. You need to keep that prestige. Yo says that to me as well. I hear that. A couple of more and I'll let you go. I know you're busy, bro, and we're gonna close the segment. I want to ask you, obviously I touched on artists who you think are doing well right now, and just give your opinion on them. Apart from obviously I don't want to hear the sellouts, the 992s, the officers, who you feeling? Who you giving your
You know what? Right now, because I shouldn't mention anybody from my side.
No.
And I shouldn't mention Cello.
No, because we know them guys. Come on.
Okay, cool. So if I'm looking at it, I'm actually always scouting. I'm actually always scouting, and this is gonna be crazy.
Mealy, I'm on the podcast with Jay Safo, yeah? You know what I mean? And you're ringing me and all. We're live on camera right now, yeah? What's the gig? I'll shout you later. Yeah, she's rather running. Amelia, my friend, go on. Yeah.
Nice to meet you, Amelia. So, AC3. There's a fella called Ace. It's Dublin all London.
Yeah.
You see Ghana and all running.
Yeah.
Bro, that's cold, bro.
Yeah.
That guy is freezing. And then you talk about this white youth, bro, from Dublin. His name is Leo Hayward or something like that.
Right.
You probably don't even know him.
No, I'm going to check him out, though. I will check him out, yeah.
He is a young kid, and he's spitting and telling me what it's like to be from where he is. And I'm looking at him like, wow, okay, cool, you're good. There's this other kid called Bollard or something like that. Bollard.
Oh, yeah, he's always sending me his music. TikToks, yeah?
I don't even know like that. I think it's TikTok, yeah.
He sends me, yeah, he's always messaging me. Yeah, I know about him.
Like, there's a list. Like, I have a list of young people that, like, are making noise. There's this other guy, his name is AO. He was on the song with Crease. Crease and the New D, yours. Now I need Jordan 4s. You never hear that song?
I think I have. I have heard it. I have heard it, yeah. I have heard it.
It's cold as well. Like, he made the hook for that. Scripter is another one. Ja one. The list goes
Ja one, yeah, he's coming on the pod. I'll chat to him, yeah.
I mean, like, there is a few people in this scene that are making the right noise and they have the right talent. My only issue is that when you don't have the right people, it is
the vision and the mission. Back to that.
It's a horrific sight because it's just like you're wasting talent.
Yeah.
Do you get me? And I'm not saying that like, I have all the answers or like, I know everything because I actually don't. But, you have to have the conversations with the right people. So I remember even, this is crazy, guy. I think I said it before, but I remember Cello. He called me before he dropped his new era flow. And he was like, I just wanted to ask for a bit of voice. But then I realized that he actually was speaking to Solo at the time as well. And like, he was like finding out, working with Solo, he was doing a lot of stuff. So he was clued in. He knew the people he had to have conversations
details.
with.
We spoke about earlier, details.
He knew the people he had to have conversations with. It's crazy because I even forgot about it until I see him making noise again. I was like, oh shit, this guy actually called me that time and he was telling me he has a good team now. He has a good manager. He's even telling me about Gino before. He told me about Gino before I knew who Gino was. Do you get me? And that was in the early days. Like, I think like 2-3 years ago now. So that's crazy. And at the time where I used to be like very, very, anybody that calls me, I'd answer the phone. Obviously now it's become a bit different because I have to be more, there's certain people that I answer the phone to, certain people I just can't. But like, yeah, man, like he's really good as well. So there's lots of talent in the town, like in the country. Just hopefully they don't miss the vision part, man. And that's just me being so sincerely honest.
Yeah, and I appreciate that, bro. Couple of more questions and we'll wrap up. I want to ask you.
Be humble.
My boy. My boy, he gets not really mentioned because he's living in the UK. I remember having a conversation with the lads.
He lives in the UK?
He lives in the UK, bro, yeah.
That's crazy.
Trust me, I had a conversation. Sorry, B, I'm not going to say too much, but I had a conversation with him the other day. He's making moves. Those big moves he's making. Big moves.
The names are just coming now. Like,
yeah, big moves.
1K3. I don't know if you know about him.
No, see all these names are named. My brother will know all these. He's really clued into them. He'll know all this.
Like,
yeah.
Making noise, you get me?
Yeah.
So fair play to all these guys.
Yeah. I seen something the other day, and I'll tie into what you'll like this question, right? Kiefer Crosby put up. He's an MMA fighter, one of McGregor's teammates. He put this question
Shout
up.
out McGregor, man.
Yeah, money or legacy, bro? You like that question? Money or legacy?
Money, man. I know you wanted me to say like.
No.
Do you know why I'm saying money? Because people are attracted to money. So once if I tell you right now how much I have in my bank account, people will be like, oh, he's cold, he's lit. You get me? It's like people, money is what attracts them. You get me? But like it is the mixture of both because at the end of the day, I want to just be like, I want to inspire people. So it's not really about the money, but when I have money, that's what will bring you to that level to inspire people. So same money.
Yeah, since you have all that money, you're bringing me and Dave out for food after this.
Don't even
hey, please. So you're right because I would have told you a couple of months ago. I would have told you legacy. I want to leave a legacy. I want people to know me as Dongo Inspire. Fuck all that. My children can't eat legacy, bro. They can eat currency. I heard Mayweather saying that. He said, fuck legacy.
They can
Do you
eat
get me?
currency.
Because he's like, do you know why he's fighting all the, doing all these exhibition fights? Like, you're ruining your legacy. He's like, fuck my legacy. That's what I'm gonna tell you. I love hockey. He's like, my children can't eat legacy. They can eat currency. Do you get me?
Business with legacy.
Yeah.
Bro, really, truly, yeah. I'm trying to make this ruler, bro. I'm trying to make this ruler and try to put the rest of the people that I work with on.
Yeah.
Like, it's as simple as that. Like,
I'm not gonna ask you to get, because you've dropped gems already. You've given it a voice to the people. You talked about the vision and stuff like that. So this is the last question. So this is the segment of the podcast where it's one question only, where the guests get to ask me a question. You ask me anything and I have to answer it. So what's your question to me?
only one question.
One question only, bro. And I have to answer it no matter what it is. Now, usually before you try and stitch me up, people have been asking me good questions. So ask me a good one.
I need to stitch you, bro.
I haven't stitched you, bro. Well, come on, don't stitch me, man.
Stitch you, bro. Like,
I'll be honest, 'cause if you ask me a girl one, I'll be honest. Wow. Don't ask about girls. My girl watches this, man. Don't ask about girls.
Wait. Oh, bro. Should I actually stitch you? Should I stitch you?
Nah, don't stitch you.
Bro, I'm stitching you. I'm stitching you.
I'm gonna get ahead. Don't ask that stupid. Don't say that stupid.
Why did you cheat?
Huh? Why did I cheat?
Yeah.
Back then? Oh, yeah, no, what?
That's calm, yeah?
That's calm.
Bro, like, the way you're open, yeah, it's crazy,
No,
bro.
why did I cheat?
Like, I won't even lie. See me, yeah?
Yeah.
If I ask one of my boys that on camera, no way to answer.
No, I'll answer. I don't give a shit.
You get me, bro? You're reminding me of like you're American, bro. Bro, you know that's what American rappers do. Bro. They actually talk their personal shit as well.
Yeah.
Bro.
No, but it's
I want to know why.
It's inspiring.
Why you let? No, listen. I'm gonna make this question because answer like it's easy. Why would you, a woman that is at home taking care of your kids,
this
wife,
guy,
and making sure that you are eating good? Why would you cheat on that woman? Hey, no, am I being honest here at all? Like, do I get a crowd of people clapping for this question? Why you a cheater, man? Bro, I don't like cheaters, you know.
But do you not really?
Bro,
No, for real.
Bro,
are you obviously you're gonna big yourself. Oh, I'm loyal.
I'm a lawyer.
This guy, all that money, all that bread, all these girls that come around you, loud man. Loud man.
Nah, but you know what it is? I've learned from my mistakes and I realized that cheating is nah.
Nah, it's not.
Do you get me?
But
I know you're blind as well.
in some instances, I hear it though.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Why did
I
you
hear
cheat?
it.
Like, what was it? Was it the
me-
bunda? Was it the Coca-Cola bottle shit, girl? What was it? Like, what was it that made you say, nah, I'm cheating?
Do you know what it is with me, bro? Yeah.
And you weren't just, no, do you know, bro, I'm not letting you go like this. Bro, you weren't just cheating on your girl. You're cheating on your kids, bro. You're laughing. I'm not laughing, bro.
This guy's a clown. Bro, can I answer the question? Right? So, me, and this it's not an excuse. This is reality. This is real. When I'm drinking Jack Daniels and I'm out, yeah. It's
JD.
My eyes are red, bro. Like
Lord,
you're just looking around and there's girls around. It's just it's that time, bro. It's and it is. It's looking back in. I've said this before. Looking at it in totality, I have a daughter, I have sisters, I have a mother. And if any of that is happening to them, I'm the force.
Yeah.
But you're doing it. Do you get me? So that's why I was like, look, I'm not gonna come up here. I'll never come up here on a podcast just demand them up. Cheating is wrong and all this, that. Because then obviously you're trying to. I'm just want my son to be a better version of me. So with his mother, even though we argue and she annoys me, I know her, but I'm gonna want him to be a much better version than me. I don't want him ever coming up on a podcast or whatever. Oh, I'm going out on loan, da. You know what I mean? Like sometimes it's needed though to freshen up a little bit. You know what I mean? You're riding the same board for 5 years. Like you're getting into bed, she already has the leg up and all. You know what you're doing? Nah, fuck that. Just freshen up a little bit. You know what I mean?
Bro, never not act holier than thou, bro, because I know what it's like to be a cheater. Do you get me? Or like, fair play to you though. Like, you still patting you still have everything, together.
Yeah. Nah, just it's the past. But no, Safo, really appreciate you coming up here, chopping up with me, and it's a pleasure, man. Like I said, I missed this point. I wanted to touch on the Black and Irish thing. For me, why it's so big for me, I remember just little small things. I was sitting here about to do a little show, me and Jafaris and the boys are doing. You came in here, Cello came in here, Smiley's in here, David's in here, Jafaris in here. I'm sitting here. I'm actually so blessed to be around. I feel like I'm around greatness. Do you get me? And in that room, why I don't think it's early, whatever, because we're all aspiring to be something. There's just greatness around us. Do you know what I mean? And people who are going to be great. And little old me is in there with all you people. And it's a pleasure. It's a pleasure. I was meant to host, but I had a wedding. I just chose to go to the girl's wedding. But hopefully by the grace of God, I'm there this year. You know what I mean? 100%.
Yeah, this year as well. It's a bit techie, but I want to be there for sure because that weekend is officer homecoming. It's gonna be Black
Burna
and
Boy,
Irish,
yeah.
Burna Boy,
Yeah.
And then I think the next week even Salo has a show.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be really good.
It's gonna be heavy. I'll be looking to you for the bleeding loan. But now look, guys, it's been Jay Safo. Like, subscribe, all that bullshit.
Like, subscribe, best podcast in Ireland. Yeah.
And I'm going to be in big trouble.
Turn me up, kid Spiral.